There's no doubt about it. 2020 has been a tough year. So today I'm going to cover the top 5 books you should be reading as you launch into 2021. Welcome back to Getting Your Craft Together with Christy. I'm really excited about today's topic, and it's funny because I've been seeing a lot of posts recently on Facebook and just kind of people saying, hey, I'm building my reading list. What should I be reading? And that got me thinking about what should we be reading? As you know, there's been a lot of things going on. I made the mention to my friends a couple weeks ago that it kind of feels like we're in the 13th round of a boxing match. Now, if you don't know this, there's only 12 rounds in a boxing match. So when I say we're in the 13th round, it just feels like 2020 has just been dragging on in some ways it's been going by so fast, but in other ways, you know, it's just one hit after another, and that can take a toll on you. So today we're going to talk about the top 5 books that I recommend that you use to gear up and make 2021 your best year ever. So the first book that I'm going to recommend is a book called It Takes What It Takes by Trevor Moawad. And I actually came across this book through a podcast with Ed Milet. Ed Milet had interviewed Trevor, and he was talking about the release of his book. So I immediately went and got it because I was really grasping onto this idea of how do negative thoughts impact us? But it's not just negative thoughts, it's negative stimuli or influence. So the reason that you should absolutely read this book to help you in 2021 is Trevor's going to give you some very step-by-step plans, if you want a game plan on how to vanquish negative thoughts, take control of your thoughts, and really then help make the best choice that's going to follow next. So if you've been feeling a little bit negative, and if you feel like your life is a little bit out of control, this book is going to help you take control of your mind, take control of your thoughts, and it's going to propel you into a brighter future. The second book that I recommend for 2021 is a book called Limitless by Jim Kwik. And I'm dubbing Jim Kwik as my brain coach right now. It is a phenomenal book that's more than just mindset. So it is going to help you learn how to have a limitless mindset, but Jim is also going to teach you how to utilize your brain so that you can learn faster and retain more information. So the reason that I'm recommending this book is because it's really going to dispel a lot of rumors, but it's also very functional. And when you're done reading this book, you will have new skills that it's going to make it easier, that if you walk into a room, you can memorize people's names and just increase the health of your brain. The third book that I'm recommending is a book called Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, and I actually have a review on this one as well, so make sure to check it out. And I love the Miracle Morning because it's actually a very simple book. It's not very long, but he goes through step by step what you need to do to take control of your day. We all know that getting out of bed late, right? Being late for school or waking up late and then causing your day to just go crazy, right? Nobody likes the feeling of waking up late, being rushed. It just is this domino effect. The Miracle Morning sets up the principles on how to have a more productive day, a more efficient day, and to increase your happiness. So again, where we've been working from home and we've been quarantined and our schedules have really been disrupted, the Miracle Morning is going to kind of bring in those foundational principles of how to be successful, and it all starts with your morning. The fourth book that I'm recommending is called Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink and Leif Babin. And this book will take you for a ride. I actually listened to this book versus having a hard copy. So this is one of those books that I'm going to recommend that you get the Audible version of it. If you have any Audible credits, I highly recommend this book. It's a little intense, I will tell you. If you listen to Jocko's podcast or anything like that, he's kind of intense. And that's because he's a Navy SEAL. So when I say that the book is intense, he's sharing real experiences in the field and how ownership, extreme ownership, takes effect in your life. So he kind of is helping you take extreme ownership of your life. And here's why it's the perfect book for right now. I think we can all agree that our life has been pretty much spiraling out of control when it comes to outside circumstances. Nobody had control over the virus. Nobody had control over employment and government shutdowns and, masks, no masks. Oh my gosh. And here we are with a resurgence of COVID. And then there's been social injustice. There's the political aspect in the presidential election, right? Like there's just fires. In fact, I'm pretty sure I missed like 20 other things. Didn't somebody say something about like killer hornets or, I don't even know. This year's been so crazy. A lot of things have felt out of control. So when you read Extreme Ownership, Jocko and Leif are going to give you tools and tactics and strategies to rethink about things and say, you know what, is this within my control? And if it's not, what can I control? At the end of the day, we can all take ownership of our thoughts and our actions. This book is going to help you get back into alignment with that. The last book that I recommend is, it's actually a very old book, and it's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And the reason that I'm recommending this one is because I just want you to think bigger. I want you to think bigger in 2021. I want you to realize that there's so much opportunity and there's still things that you can accomplish. If you felt like 2020 beat you up, if you felt like you barely survived, go back and read this one. Put into place the principles of Think and Grow Rich. There's a lot of fundamental activities that he has you do in this book that are going to reprogram your mind so that you can get on the path of success and just have a brighter future. So at the end of the day, one thing that I absolutely believe in, and that's probably why you're watching this, is that leaders are readers and having knowledge is power, right? Exercising the things that we learn in the books that we read can help our future and shape our thoughts. So if you're not reading anything good right now, I'm going to encourage you to absolutely pick up a book, download something from Audible, or listen to a podcast that can just really set you on the right path. I have absolute confidence that 2021 is going to be an amazing year, and that confidence comes from the fact that I'm feeding my mind with really good content. I'd love to hear what you guys are reading or who you're listening to or watching on YouTube. Make sure to comment below and tell me what your favorite book is and what do you recommend that I read in 2021.